Okay, so to talk a little bit about engineering curriculum along with some transfer things, classes that you could take, things of that nature. First thing I want to talk about is this slide right here, and really engineering. It's a professional degree. Um, the vast majority of students take 5 years to complete this degree, and you can see that in this plot right here. This is UW-Madison students and how long it takes them to earn a degree. For their students. And you can see that only less than 20% finish in 4 years or less. Okay, the overwhelming majority of people take 9 or 10 semesters to finish their degree. So just there is a huge program, huge in the amount of curriculum that you have to take. So it is not a bad thing if, and it's very normal to take more than 4 years to complete an engineering degree. So just keep that in mind as you're going through and thinking about this program that, you know, yeah, it might take a little more than 4 years to complete, but at the end, you're an engineer and you're a highly marketable skill that employers are looking for. So with that, let's talk a little bit about what the curriculum is, this immense curriculum that we've got. Anything I talk about today should be, uh, it depends on your specific program. Okay, so you've got your general eds, you got math, science, engineering core, and then some discipline specific stuff. And again, all of this is very generalized, looking at, as broad of a brush as possible. So if you've got a specific program that you're looking at, you're going to want to go figure out what requirements are for that program specifically. So first up, math, calculus, 1, 2, and 3. Any engineering major is going to require at least 3 semesters of calculus. Most of them are also going to require some sort of differential equations course. Um, and a lot of them will require a statistics course. However, a lot of these are based in lab science and part of kind of your major specific program. So it's not like a general statistics course. It's one very dedicated towards engineering focus. So that's not the sort of course that you would generally take from a math department. It's usually within the program that you have. And some courses actually have one other course of linear algebra. So you're talking almost 3 years of math that you'll need to take, which I think makes sense because engineering really is just applied math. Okay, and applied math and science. You're also going to need some basic science. All majors are going to require chemistry. All majors are going to require physics. Now, you just want to make sure you're getting in the right chemistry. Sometimes some campuses offer something called, actually, I'm not sure. Uh, there's oftentimes a course called Chemistry for Engineers. Okay, and it's basically a very highly accelerated uh, Gen Chem course. Okay, it has an assumption that you have some chemistry background and you need to go through as quickly as possible. Again, trying to squeeze that 5 year program into 4 years. So most students take chemistry 1, chemistry 2. That'd be 105 and 106 on at UW Stevens Point. Okay, you'll also need to take 2 semesters of physics. This is the calculus-based physics, usually called university physics. So you just want to make sure that you get into the right chemistry, the right physics course, that it's got the appropriate prereqs and things like that. Again, calculus will be a prerequisite for the physics that you need to take. So beyond chemistry and physics, usually there'll be some sort of computer programming class you'll need to take. Very degree specific, so make sure you know which one you should take. For example, MATLAB is used in mechanical engineering. C++ is used in electrical engineering. So you want to make sure that you get in the right computer science course. Other majors require some other courses. Electrical engineers require modern physics. Some environmental civil engineers have a biology course or a geology course. It just really depends on the major that you're looking at. So we then get into the engineering core. You're all taking the intro course right now, so don't have to worry about that. Generally, if you're a civil, mechanical, industrial, you're going to take engineering graphics course. So that's a CAD course where you learn 2 and 3D CAD. You then get into again, most majors require statics and dynamics, which is study of Newton's laws of motion. Civil, mechanical, they'll all go on to do mechanics of materials, which is just another semester of kind of Newton's laws of motion. A lot of programs require thermodynamics, just depends on the program. So we do offer that at UW Stevens Point, or I should say it's on the books. We have not offered it in a very long time in UW Stevens Point. So, but it is on the books. Generally, you'll also require a materials course, which we don't offer. And we do not offer a circuits courses either. So you would get that at some other school. Say if you're going to electrical engineering, you'd really want to get into that first circuits course as quickly as possible because it's a prerequisite for other courses moving forward. And speaking of prerequisites, you can see a lot of the prerequisites. Mainly, these are all going to be based on calculus. So again, getting into that math is going to be the most important thing that you look at when you deal with engineering here. So just really quickly, here are some of the UW programs that you could transfer into. Stevens Point has paper science, chemical engineering. So if you're looking into that, it's there for you. If you're looking at civil, mechanical, electrical, or other courses, you're probably going to be looking at Madison and Milwaukee, or Platteville would be the big ones. So you can see the list here for Madison and Milwaukee. Similarly, Platteville has all of those. And Stout is now ramping up their engineering offers. They've had mechanical engineering for a while now, but now they've started getting into electrical and mechanical engineering. They've recently been ABET accredited for those programs, so Stout is becoming a strong option within the UW school to get engineering. So so those are the ABET accredited programs. ABET is the Engineering Accreditation Board, so I'm sorry I didn't say that. Around the UW system. So if you're looking at one of those, a specific program, you can look at those different schools in there. Now, again, if unless you're doing chemical engineering, paper science, you're not getting a degree from UW Stevens Point. So transfer will become important. We'll actually talk a little bit more about this in class, and I'll show you some of the tools online to do that. There's a web page here that you can look at and take a look at that. But it's just a matter of making sure that the credits transfer as appropriate. You know, some things are very obvious. Calculus 2 is Calculus 2 everywhere, that sort of thing. But when you start getting into specifics of some higher level or engineering core, or even if you're looking at general ed requirements, we need to think about and make sure that you're fulfilling the requirements that the program that you're going into requires. So again, we'll talk a little bit more about in class the different classes that you can take, different schools you could go to, and things to think about when putting together a curriculum plan and a transfer plan for another institution.